Allie George, how are you, girl?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Well,
This is
thanks for
so,
having me. I
oh my God,
appreciate
of
it.
course. Of course, of course. This is so funny. I know we literally live right across the street from each other.
Yeah.
And we're able to,
I could like peer out my window and be like, hey, Kendal.
that's okay. That's okay. I guess it'd be kind of awkward filming it if we were together, but that's okay. Okay, so we'll just start to get into talking about you. So, you grew up in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes.
What that was like.
So, well, coming like here, I didn't know very many people, so it was kind of fun coming here. But Louisville honestly was great. Like I have two older brothers, so they both played like soccer and sports, so we were always like on the go, all throughout our childhood. But honestly, it's like a really fun city to live in. I live like in the more suburb part of it, but I live close to the river, so it's really beautiful, especially fall and in the spring. But it just like was a great community. Obviously have a lot of friends that are still there and people that go to school nearby. But yeah, I loved living there and like I really like saying that I'm from Kentucky because I feel like you
Yeah.
don't hear that as often.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, honestly, just like a really fun place to grow up and glad I live there. So
No, that's what I feel like. I hear Louisville and I like don't think Kentucky. Like I feel like when I hear Louisville, you think more like city. Then you're like, oh wait, it's in Kentucky. Like
right.
that's kind of
People are
sad.
like people think Kentucky's just like farms, but
Yeah.
Louisville is not a farm like where
No, not a farm. So you said you had two brothers. I know one of them plays soccer at Michigan State, and then your parents were athletes too. Your dad, water polo at Kentucky, right?
Yes,
And then your
yes,
mom played basketball at Alabama. What was it
yes.
like growing up with all them around? I'm sure obviously probably super competitive in your house.
Yes, honestly, like, it would be competitive for, like, who got the last bagel for breakfast or, like, who got to pour their cereal, like, it
Yeah.
was just always a dogfight, but I definitely, like, give them credit now because I feel like their competitiveness or, like, our competitiveness when we were little definitely helps me now, and I feel like they're kind of, like, making me tough, like, they helped make me tough, I would say now,
Yeah.
but it was really fun growing up with, like, a lot of sports around because we got to play everything. We didn't just like, I didn't just play soccer growing up, we played every single sport from swimming to lacrosse to field hockey, like, we did literally everything, and then kind of soccer fell into line, but it was just fun having, like, my parents and my brothers kind of supporting me in whatever, like, my dad didn't push me to swim or my mom didn't push me to play basketball, but, it was fun to try out all those sports growing up.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. And I know you're super close to them and they come visit a ton with your dogs,
Yes.
right? You
They
have two
were
little
just here
dogs.
last weekend, so yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
My dog well, okay, we have another dog, but he's my brother's dog, but he lives with us sometimes, so
Okay.
but, like, our dog that's at home, his name is Champ. He is a miniature golden doodle, and he's 2, yeah, he's 2. He's so cute and just, like, a ball of energy, but, like, also, like, the cutest little
Yeah.
snuggler. It's so fun because we used to have, like, a really big dog, and now we have a small dog so we can kind of take him more places, and he's just the best little traveler. He's so cute.
Yeah. He's so cute. I've seen pictures of him. I'm like, oh, Chub.
He's the
So
best.
cute. So going back to again, I know you had said you guys growing up were kind of always on the go, all over the place. I know you had said you and your brothers played sports all growing up. What were your first memories of playing soccer, like that kind of stick out in your head? And how did you, or when did you know that, like, oh shoot, okay, I want to do this in college. Like, I love it.
So, we would always have we all played at the same club, but, like, obviously, when I was younger, I didn't play yet, so I'd always be tagging along at their games, whatever,
Mhm.
just kind of, like, watching them, just being in awe of them, like, my oldest brother was a goalkeeper, so that was kind of fun to see, like, the different side because I'm not a goalkeeper and
Yeah.
neither is my brother, and my other brother was a forward, so it was kind of really fun just to watch both of them do different things just because 'cause I've played, like, a lot of different positions, and so it was fun to learn from them a lot,
Mhm.
um honestly, like, this is kind of a funny story, but, like, my probably youngest soccer memory I have was when I was in kindergarten, and we just came back from one of my brother's games, whatever, and they're, like, 3 and 5 years older than me, so their games were definitely, like, a little bit more intense,
Yeah.
and I was in kindergarten, and I slide tackled a kid, and I got a yellow card in kindergarten, and I was
Golly.
sobbing. I was so upset. I was like, "Oh my gosh," and, like, the no, I don't even know who was our referee, but she was really mean, and I
Oh
was just like this
no.
little, like, six-year-old, like, "Oh my gosh, what did I do wrong?" But it's
That's
honestly, like,
the
a really
worst.
funny memory now to think back on it. My mom was so
Yeah.
mad. She was like, "You're giving a yellow card to a kindergartner,
Yeah.
but it's, like, so funny because it obviously didn't mean anything and nobody got
Yeah.
hurt. It's probably, like, the weakest thing ever, but
Yeah.
it was just really funny, but, playing like, deciding what I wanted to play in college, probably, like, either going into high school or, like, in probably, like, my freshman year of high school,
Yeah.
just because, my middle brother, Connor, he had, like, really successful high school career, and he was a junior when I was gonna be a freshman,
Okay.
and, just kind of seeing his growth throughout that was really cool and kind of his challenges, and then also, like, my other brother, Davis, he decided not to play in college, so that was kind of nice to see that perspective too, like, which one like, they both were completely fine with what they did and were very successful and enjoyable in their life, but it was
Right.
kind of cool to see, like, both aspects of it, and I think for me, like, I obviously, like, still have fun playing soccer, and I just,
Mhm.
like, wanted to continue having fun and just doing what I love by just playing the sport, and, I tell myself whenever I'm not, like, having fun or not enjoying it is when I need to stop playing. So I don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna come anytime soon, but just kind of carrying that mindset into my college career is
Yeah.
what's helped me.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. That's like such an important thing. I know that's so cool that you had those two perspectives of your brothers because I think sometimes when, at least just speaking from where at least I was in high school, and I think this is becoming more common of like if you were like on your varsity team and you were good, like it was like almost like you had to play in college, like even if it wasn't a D1 school, like you had to
Mhm.
do it. So I love the people that can realize like, hey, like I don't like it that much, like I don't love it that much, or you know what I mean. So I love that that's a good thing that you carry of like, okay, I know when I'm not having fun, that's when we need to
Yeah.
cut it. So, but I know you do have fun, so that's good.
Yes.
So kind of getting into your story, I know you've told me a little bit about this before of how you got to Virginia Tech. You decided like super late, didn't you?
Yes, so my story is probably a unique one, probably one you've never heard. Well, I've told you, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So obviously, like our junior year was COVID when it started, and that like right before that break of COVID in March, I had to go to like one more camp. Like this certain school had to see me one more time to play, and
Mhm.
then like if I played well, they were probably going to offer me, but COVID happened, so that camp got canceled, and
Mhm.
then everyone got, like, their extra year of eligibility, so all the rosters were really full.
Mhm.
Um, Luckily for me, like, I had a lot of or not a lot, that's I had just, a few offers from local schools, so I could kind of, like, have that in my back pocket, but
Right.
I knew that I didn't wanna go close to home, like, nothing against those schools, they're great programs and
Right.
really awesome schools. I just wanted to go further away from home just so I kind of, like, escape the people that I know and have, like, just a fresh start.
Yeah.
Um, and so, luckily, like, I had an amazing club coach, and he was, like, reaching out to every school, having going through his contacts, like, he was helping me, and then previous club coaches who were college coaches, like, I really had a great support system, helping me through because it was honestly, like, probably one of the most challenging times of my life because I was just like, "I've worked so hard for this, like, why isn't this moment happening for me?"
Yeah.
Especially, I carried throughout my whole senior year and I still didn't know where I was going. And it became college decision day, like t-shirt day at school. Still didn't know where I was going. And I literally wore a blank t-shirt with a question mark on it. And on
Yes,
the
I
back, I
remember
said,
that was the story I
coming
remember telling you.
soon. And honestly, like my parents were incredible during that time. They just try to keep my mindset right, and I really turned to, like, my faith in God and just, like, "This is gonna happen, it's gonna happen when the time is right." So I know it was a really difficult time, my parents really
Yeah.
helped me stay strong through that. So then I graduated high school. I thought I was gonna end up at this one school, like, 2 days before my graduation. Their
Mhm.
roster became full, just because it was COVID and their athletic director wouldn't let them add any more people. Um, but he knows our coach here, Chugger. And so he reached out to him on my behalf. And I was deciding between SMU and here. So I was in Dallas looking at SMU. Just I've never seen the school before. So I was just looking at it for
Yeah.
a day. And then on my way back from Dallas, I had a Zoom call with Chugger. And that's when he like offered me a spot in the Dallas airport. And so I was like weighing between those two decisions. And this
Yeah.
was probably like I wanna say, like, 2 weeks after I graduated. Yeah, 2 weeks,
Wow.
I'm not sure the exact timeline. And so then I kind of, like, weighed the pros and cons. Obviously, Virginia Tech is a lot closer than Dallas is,
Yeah.
but SMU was a really beautiful school. But this just definitely had a lot more of, like, my checkbox listed, and crazy enough, it worked out, and I'm so glad it did because I wouldn't have it any other way. So,
Yeah. That's what I love. I say this all the time on this podcast. I think everything happens for a reason. And so
yes,
like even if it takes
100%.
such a long time, like such a good lesson for all you young people out there that like you're going through
Yes,
either getting recruited or anything, like just keep in your lane. You're working hard and all the hard work pays off, but
yes.
it'll come at the right time. I love
Because it
that.
is going to work out the way it's supposed to, and, like,
100
my little 17-year-old self would be like, "Oh my gosh," but now looking
Yeah.
back on it, I'm like, "Wow,
Yeah.
holy crap," but
Yeah.
so glad it worked out the way it did.
Yeah. Well, again, I think everyone is happy that you're here. Thank gosh we have you
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
So getting, I guess, kind of into more your experience on the women's soccer team, what would you say, just kind of some of your favorite memories, your favorite thing about the team that have really, that you now know looking back has been like, okay, yeah, I made the right decision.
Honestly, like, our team is just super close and super awesome, even coming in, like, my freshman year. Um, I didn't get to meet anybody, like, in person, so everyone did a really awesome job, like, being super nice, like, over Zoom and FaceTime calls before we
Yeah.
actually got to meet it, but, um, my freshman year, like, our class and just our whole team in general was just super close, and I think our class, like, meshed so well at the beginning, which made, I think, all of our transitions, like, super smooth.
Mhm.
But just as we've, like, grown throughout here, like, we're just a really close group of girls that would do anything for each other and would, can hang out outside of soccer and all that kinda stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of, like, memories, like, my freshman year just seems so long ago, but,
Yeah.
um
It does. I literally can't believe we're
I
juniors.
know, I feel so old. I'm like,
Crazy.
"Oh my
I
gosh, college
know. Like we're
what's
technically like upperclassmen, but
right?"
no.
Okay, so my first game on Thompson freshman year, we could do pictures before the game, and
Okay.
our whole class decided to dress up, but, like, as something funny,
Okay.
which we didn't really know, like, what was going on. Like, we kinda
Yeah.
just and we all dressed up as random things. I think I was like I don't even know what I was. I had, like, a yellow cape and a yellow mask on, I guess, but it was like a furry mask, and
Oh
Emma
my gosh.
Polkowski was a nun, and Sophie and Tori were Superman. Like, it was just the randomest things, but it was just so funny because looking back on it, we're just, like, these young, little innocent freshmen, like,
Yeah.
ready for our first game.
Yeah.
Um but that was honestly a really great memory, and then last year, like, on the soccer field, we beat number 2 UNC at home, which was
That's
freaking crazy, like, it
awesome.
was just all around, like, such a good team win, and it was just, like, a moment I'm definitely never gonna forget,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, there's, like, so many I could go on forever, like,
Yeah.
just about everything, but
Yeah. I love that. One that I thought of, I definitely wanted to ask you about was you guys all got to go to England over spring
oh,
break.
yeah, yeah,
Loved, if you guys haven't checked out Allie George's TikTok, she did all these
yeah.
reviews on all these candies and snacks, and it was like the highlight of my spring break when I was here and everything. And I was like, oh, somebody just make me smile. And I can always count on Allie's little reviews in England. How was that trip? Can you tell me about that?
So, we were obviously, like, really fortunate to get to go on that because our coaches try to do, like, every 4 or 5 years, like, an international trip,
Mhm.
and a lot goes into it. I mean, we had to do a lot of not, like, but we had a lot of donations, and we did a lot of fundraisers for it. So, like, all around, it was just we're really grateful to go on that kinda thing. Um, it was really cool. I've been there before, but it was kind of fun to see. It was like 4 years ago, so it was kind of fun to see it as I was older. I feel like I appreciated some of the things a little bit more. And
Yeah.
obviously England is like a very big soccer country, so it
Uh-huh.
was really cool to see. We went to a bunch of different stadiums. We watched, a women's Premier League game and a men's Premier League game, which was super cool. We played a few different teams. We got to practice at some, we practiced at what was it? Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking, but we got to practice at one of the Premier League's training grounds, which was really cool. Oh, was the Spur was it no, I can't remember. I literally can't
That's
remember.
okay. The point
Sorry.
is it was cool.
I think it was Tottenham actually, but anyway, it was really
Yeah.
cool. And we toured some of the stadiums. We went to Wembley, yeah, we went to Wembley, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's huge there. It's
Yeah.
ginormous, and we got to kind of see like got to see, Big Ben and Westminster Abbey and the Buckingham Palace, so we got, like, the whole shebang tour.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely a lot being with your teammates for that long every second of
Yeah.
the day, but obviously, like, we have a great team, so it was great, but it was also very cold, which obviously, like, spring break, you're like, "Let's go to the beach." It was
Yeah.
really cold, but I think we tried to adjust the best we could, but
Yeah.
It was a cool experience. I mean, I would say we definitely were really tired when we came back just because it was, like, a lot more soccer, which was obviously totally fine, but,
Yeah.
it was definitely a cool experience, and I know we have some definitely, like, funny memories that came out of it for sure that we were literally talking about it in the locker room the other day. You're like, "Do you remember this from England? Do you remember this?" So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely
I
cool.
love that. That's so fun. I have not made my way over there yet, but it's totally on my bucket list. And my dad and my mom and honestly my whole family, we all got so into Ted Lasso that like when
Oh my
like
gosh.
we were watching all that, my dad's like, we have to go over there. That's where we're going. Like we've been talking about going somewhere like international the past couple years as a family. And I'm like,
Go in
wouldn't
the
that
summer.
be cool?
It was so cold in March. Go
Yeah,
in the summer.
no, it would definitely be a summer situation. But I was like, honestly, I feel like that wouldn't be bad.
And the well, obviously, like, we were 13, but you're so close to, like, France and all the other places in Europe that you could just take a bus or not a bus,
Yeah.
a train and go over there, but, yeah, it
Yeah.
was definitely really cool, and, like, I took pictures of, like, the same place I was in, like, 4 years prior, and I
Oh,
sent them
that's
to my
so
mom, and she was,
cool.
like, loving it. It was so cute.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love that you guys were able to have that experience. That's obviously, again, such a cool part about VT athletics. Like they give you so many cool opportunities
Mhm,
in that sense.
100%.
So I love that. Oh, so just kind of wanted to touch. Just I guess we can talk like a little more actual soccer.
Fun.
I know you guys have one game left this week. Could you kind of just give me some thoughts on the season? And I know we were just talking about this. It's crazy. We only have one season left. And kind of, I guess you heading into your senior year, like, oh my gosh, what? What's your kind of main things you're gonna shift your focus on to close out your career as a Hokie?
I think for right now, honestly, like, our season has been a little bit of, like, a roller coaster.
Yeah,
I think we've honestly, like, played well. I think we've just put in, like, all the pieces together. We've struggled a little bit, because we are playing, like, bigger opponents really well. We're just, like, not getting that final piece together.
right.
But honestly, we played on Sunday, and we played really well. We had, you know, great goals and great assists and great defending, so I feel like Sunday was a really nice push going into Thursday, putting, like, together all those pieces because Thursday is a really big game. We played Pitt at Pitt,
Yep.
and Pitt beat us last year, and it was kind of a rough game, so we definitely owe them one this year.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that, just to kind of get the opportunity to hopefully continue playing, but just focusing on Thursday and getting that win. But
Yeah.
just for, like, I don't know, it's so weird talking that I'm almost done with my junior season. I feel like I just try to, like, take each moment as it comes. Like, I know we still have, like, our spring season and, you know, our off season and whatnot. So just trying to take, like, each piece as it comes and just, you know, being grateful for all those little moments and little things, even if it's like the running or the hard lifts, you know. I feel like I'm just trying to be, like, really in, like, the perspective of right now, just to kind of take each moment as it comes so that I don't overlook, you know, things, and then I'm
Right.
coming back to this time next year and I'm like, "Holy crap, like, I didn't take in this moment." So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to take it all in and just, like, feeling really grateful and just, like, feeling really loved by our team. I feel like our team is just really special, and just feeling that love. I just feel like for next year, like, just kind of continuing that. I don't know, it's kind of, like, weird to talk about next year when we're, like, not
Yeah.
done yet, so
I know. That's
I don't
sorry.
know,
I'm
just
trying
trying
to
to, like,
like it's
soak it
yeah,
all
it's like a
in.
weird spot when I got to your interview because I'm like, okay, they're kind of
Yeah,
done, but they're not done. But it's like, you know,
yeah.
so
No, you're
no,
good,
but I love that answer. That's what
yeah.
I think that's so hard. Like I feel like again, we're third time I said this on this already, but like we're juniors and we're almost done our first semester of junior year. Like they really like people always tell you that college flies. And I think like when you go like day by day and like the days are long, but the years are short, you know, like
Oh my
you look
gosh,
back like,
yes.
oh my God, that was the longest day of my life. But then before you know it, it's Christmas. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's crazy how time works. So I love that. Not even I guess just in sports, but just in life. Like to anybody out there, like take it one thing at a time. Don't worry
Yes.
about what's coming. Like soak it all in. I love that answer. That's awesome. Okay, so we have to talk about it because I just love this relationship. Your man's Drew Hackenberg, who, yes, I'm going to shamelessly plug a previous episode right here. He was on the podcast last season, episode
Yeah,
3. Listen if you haven't, you're fake if you haven't.
I
Um,
was
did a cookie draft. He shouted out your chocolate chip Oreo cookies. That, by the way, I still have yet to try, but I'm dying.
I need to get you on
Yes,
those.
I'm dying for the day I have them. I know they're amazing. But I think at that time when I talked to him, I was like, I'm not gonna ask about Allie. It was kind of fresh, it was kind of
Yeah,
new.
I was fresh when that
Yes,
happened.
very fresh. But oh my gosh, I could not love you more. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's great. He's actually, he's away right now. He was here a few days ago, but he's in Florida with for, like, another training camp, but it's nice to have his support. Like, he came to the
Yeah.
games when he was here, so that was
Oh,
cute. Like, I got to go to all of his games, in the spring last year, but
yeah.
he didn't never really came, before, so it was fun to have him because my parents were here and he's just, like, sitting with
Oh,
them, so it was cute, and then his family came down for a game, so that was really special that, like, they took the time out to come see me play, so I really appreciated that. They're
good.
awesome.
I
But
love it.
yeah, he's awesome, like, he's such an awesome support system, and I also feel like getting his advice, like, from a sports perspective is really, like, beneficial. I feel like he has a good head on his shoulders and is definitely, like, very calm. I feel like
Mhm.
even when things don't always go his way, I feel like if we, like, lose or if I don't play well, like, I'm definitely, like,
Yeah.
really upset, and I feel like he's, like, definitely on the calmer side, so
Yeah.
definitely hearing his perspective and kind of getting his comfort has definitely been really awesome, so
You guys rock. For those of you that also live under a rock, Drew got drafted to the Braves, so he's no longer in Blacksburg. He's the same age as us, but he is going on to be a pro because he rocks.
yeah.
So
Oh,
my girl, we are on this long distance relationship
yes.
together. But I
We made the first
honestly,
3 months, so we did
yeah,
it.
you guys are killing it, like totally killing it. I remember when you came over, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, and you're like, Drew's coming next week, and I haven't seen him in like 3 months. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like I remember, like, oh my God.
It was so fun, but, like, even he was here for, like, 2.5, 3 weeks, and it goes by so fast. You're just like, "Oh my gosh," like,
Yeah.
but I'll see him soon, so it's okay.
I was gonna say, how much longer do we have? Do we know yet?
He's only at this training camp for, like, 2.5 weeks, so he'll be back, like,
Okay.
mid-November, so that's
Love
fun.
it. I love it. Oh, well, I'm rooting for you guys. You guys know I
Oh,
love you.
thank you.
I'm so glad. Now I can say I had both of you on here. So
Yeah, little
I love it.
special little
Yeah.
special thing.
Okay, so fun fact about you that I guess a lot of people around here know, but maybe not to some other people. You love to bake. That's like your favorite thing to do. And
Yes,
I definitely have that
yes,
in common.
yes, we
And
do.
Allie and I actually had a bake off back like a month ago, and it was so much fun.
It
Like,
was so fun, we need to do it again, like, I
oh
know
my
everyone
gosh,
keeps
it's
saying, "Oh,
so
we
fun.
actually need to do it again." It
Yes.
was so good.
We
Kendal
had
won this. Her cookie was
I
really good.
did, I did, but it was so close. And honestly, the whole time I was like, oh shoot, like Allie's gonna beat me. Like I'm going down. But I made what did I make? Like some caramel apple cookie, and Allie made like a little like crumb cake, cinnamon cake cookie. It was, oh
Yeah.
my God, they were both
They
so
were
good.
so good. Yours was
They
so
were
good. It was
I
so fun. Like, we had, like, part of Kendall's team, we had part of my team, and everyone
yeah,
it was, like, honestly such a great way for more people on our team to meet. Like, we need to do it again and get, like,
yeah,
even more people involved. Like, I'm so
yeah.
here for it.
So our street here in Blacksburg that we all live on, like soccer lives on one side and lacrosse lives on the other, and then we just like all mingle. But it's like we have some mutuals, like Allie comes over a lot, Cal comes over a lot, but it's like, okay, everybody needs to like meet. So we
Yeah.
literally in this one little house, we had everyone downstairs, and it was like, who's gonna win? What's gonna happen? Everybody
Yes.
was trying, and everybody was just so happy. That was
Everyone
just
was like,
a fun
"Oh
day.
my gosh, these are so good," and everyone
Yeah,
just wanted to it was so cute.
yeah. I loved it. Oh my God. We did need to plan it, by the way.
Yes.
Like I'll get
'Cause I
on.
feel like last time we planned it and we just did it, but
Yeah.
this time we can do, like, we can do a Christmas theme, like, I'm really
Yeah.
trying to think.
Yeah, that's what the theme that the judges gave us was a fall. So that's what we had to run with.
But it had to be a cookie, it had to be a
Yes,
cookie.
and it had to be a cookie. So we should definitely mix up a little bit and do it again because that was
Yes,
so
I'm
much
here for
fun.
it. It was
We'll totally have to do it at least around like Christmas time because
oh,
that's like the
for sure.
prime baking season.
I'm here
So last thing we'll do since we're talking about baking, we're gonna play this game. It's called
for it. Okay,
Rank. So what I'm
okay.
gonna do is I have 10 baked goods, and you need to rank them 1 to 10 without knowing the next one I'm gonna give you.
Oh, this is hard, I'm not good at
It's a
these. It
hard game, I'm not gonna lie, but you are, I think, a total expert in this. And so
okay,
I'll run down the
I'll give
list
it a
1 through 10 again. So just so you can kind of think on a scale of 1 to 10, where would I put this? And
okay,
we'll kind of see how it shakes out at the end.
okay,
And if you want to give a little opinion, a little expertise behind why you're
okay,
putting it at it, go for it. But we'll just go right down and you give me what your thoughts are.
okay,
Okay. First one, a classic brownie.
I literally made brownies last week, I'm not even
No, you
kidding
didn't.
you. I did. Ugh, see, this one's hard
Staple.
because I like brownies, but, like, I have mixed opinions about them because if you don't make them, like, right, they're just not as good. Do you know what I'm
With
saying?
you. I'm so with you.
So I'm gonna give this, like, a 5.
Okay. I like that. I think that's a good one to start out with for sure. That's solid. I agree with the whole if you don't bake it right. I overcooked brownies one time. Horrible. Don't do it. Really bad. Just throw them away. Don't even eat
Right.
them. Like, they're not good.
Or if
Um,
you undercook them, they, like, fall apart, so you're like, you
yeah.
have to
And
make
it's like,
balance.
yeah. this is probably not good, but when it comes to baking, I rather things be a little more undercooked than overcooked because I
Me
like
too.
them a little softer,
Me too.
crispy, me
Mhm.
personally. But brownies are hard. You got to get them just right because you're right.
Mhm.
They don't taste good one or the other. Like,
Mhm.
I get what
Yeah,
you're
that's definitely what I'm like.
Mhm. Okay, next one, sugar cookies.
Hmm. Okay. See, I, like, don't mind sugar cookies,
Mhm.
and I make, like, cute little Christmas sugar cookies around
Right.
Christmas, and they're good,
Mhm.
but, like, they're cute, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna give them a 7. I just think, like, there's just better things. I'm just gonna give
Okay.
them a 7.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I agree. I think when I eat a sugar cookie, it's more because it looks cute. Like you can decorate sugar cookies, but they're just
Yes.
the plain taste that
Yes.
it's like, okay, if I'm just going for a sugar cookie, like
Yeah,
that's
if I'm going for a cookie, like, I'm probably gonna pick a different flavor, you know?
agreed. Totally agreed. Okay. Um, we had to throw some pie in here because Thanksgiving's coming up.
Mm.
Apple pie.
See, I make apple pie for Thanksgiving at home.
Oh my gosh, it's probably so good.
It is really good, but, like, I only have apple pie around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm with
So
you.
it's like, y you this is tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, like, 6.
Okay. I think that's a really safe answer. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. That's a good idea. I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like apple pie, I'm not busting that out in the summer. You know what I
Right,
mean?
like, it's great, don't get me wrong, you
Yeah.
warm it up with some ice cream on there, amazing,
Yeah.
but I literally only eat it around this time of year.
Yeah. It's a holiday. It's a holiday situation. But I feel like again, if I were to eat it other times of the year, it just wouldn't feel right.
Right, I don't know if it even tastes as good, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, agreed. Um, okay. Blueberry muffins.
Hmm. My roommate, shout out Avery Therington, loves blueberry muffins. Um,
Really?
yes,
I'm a big fan too, but I like them when they have like that like sugar stuff on the top. You know what
yes,
I'm talking about? I
and then you
think
can, like, eat
Panera
the
makes
top and then you eat the bottom part. Well, at least that's how I do it, but,
yeah, no, that's the
oh,
correct
it's
way to do it.
hard. I'm gonna have to go with an 8. Like,
Okay.
honestly, like, I don't really make blueberry muffins that often,
Yeah.
and I'll reach for it, but it's not, like, my top one.
Agreed. It's a very specific craving I feel like you have to have.
Yes, yes,
But they're solid.
yes.
I'm
I
with
I
you.
would say there's still like, I'll still eat one, but,
Right.
like, if there's a pumpkin muffin, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna eat that instead.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Chocolate chip cookies.
Like a shoot, I don't know if I just say 3 or 2. Like, I love a good chocolate chip cookie. Like, you give me a good chocolate chip cookie, we're gonna be friends. Like, that's how
Yep.
it's gonna
I'm with you, sister.
I think I'm gonna say 2. I think I'm gonna
All
say 2.
right. I love it. I love it. You're killing it, by the way.
Thank you.
I think I'm looking at the rest of these. You're on track, sister. Like
I'm really trying.
this
I'm
could be
really
great.
trying.
This is hard. This is probably the hardest game I've ever given anybody. So go you. You're
Thanks,
such a
girl.
trooper. Okay, back to the pies. Pumpkin pie.
Hmm. Okay, see, I like pumpkin pie, but again, it's kind of back to the apple situation, like, I'm only gonna
Yep.
eat it around then, and
Hmm.
also too, like, I feel like some pumpkin pies just aren't that good, like,
I'm with you.
they're just not enough pumpkins. I'm gonna put it at a 9.
Okay.
Like, I'll still eat it, like, come Thanksgiving Day, there's sure gonna be one on my plate, but
Oh yeah.
sorry, but all around, I don't think I could put it any higher.
Yeah. So you're gonna go for an apple pie over a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, that's
I'm
just
with
me.
you there too.
That's just me.
I just something about like first of all, pumpkin pie, like I love the crust of a pie. That might
Me
be
too.
like don't get me wrong,
Yes.
the inside is great too, but the crust I think is what really seals the deal. So like
Mhm.
having the crust on top the apple as well, like when it's
Yes.
just the bottom of the pumpkin,
Yes.
the crust, and I'm like, I feel like I need some more, that
Yes.
and the
I'm
warm
the
apple,
same way.
like
I'm the same way, yep.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Chocolate cake.
Okay, wow. See, I like cake. Like, I will take the
Mhm.
cake over, like, frosting, like, cake is my thing.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't make chocolate cake that often, but I'm gonna put it at 4. I'm not putting that at 10, like, chocolate cake is
Okay.
just
Yeah, no, it's solid for sure. I'm not a chocolate cake girl. It gives me really bad stomach aches, but I know a lot of people love chocolate. Like I feel like all my friends when I was growing up would always have like at their birthday it'd be chocolate cake.
Yeah, recently, like, I've like, for my friends, like, I'll make vanilla cake, and I honestly, like, probably prefer vanilla over chocolate,
Uh-huh.
but, um like, I still like chocolate too, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, if I'm in a chocolate mood that day, I'm gonna get chocolate, but,
Yeah.
you know,
I used to do when I was little and I couldn't decide which one I liked, I'd always get that marble cake.
yes, that was the
It's
answer.
nice.
I'm gonna be happy, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It was
Are
yeah.
you what's your favorite combination as far as like the frosting goes with it? Like, do you like all vanilla, all chocolate, like chocolate based vanilla icing or yellow based chocolate icing? Do you have a favorite?
I don't really have a favorite, honestly, because I
Okay.
don't really, like, mind
Yeah.
anything, like, it doesn't really bother me, I find that, like, making vanilla frosting is easier just because, like, when you deal with chocolate and, like, the cocoa powder, the clumps
Yeah.
get in there, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
just, like, a baking perspective.
Mhm.
But I'll eat anything, like, I'm not a picky person, so any combination, I'll eat it.
I love that. Okay, this one's a little bit different. Lemon bars.
Mm. See, I, like, do like lemon things.
Hmm.
Do I have number 10 left? Have I used 10?
Yes, you have 10, 1, and 3 left.
I'm going with 10. I
Okay.
like lemon bars,
That's okay.
but I just think yeah, like, I'm not gonna reach for a lemon bar if there's, like, cookie in there, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like but
I get
nothing against lemon bars, if you like lemon things, go for it. I do like lemon things, but I
Mhm.
like chocolate chip
I
cookies better.
think similar to how the pumpkin and the apple remind me of fall, lemon's very summer for me.
Yes.
Maybe like late spring.
Yes.
So like right now, like I'm probably not gonna be craving something lemon,
Mhm.
which I
100%.
think is that so crazy how like during times of the year, like our bodies kind of crave like
Yes.
that's so weird. Like
In the summer, I'm like, "Give me that, like, fruit," in the winter,
yeah,
whatever, in winter, I'm like, "Give me the chocolate."
yeah,
Like
literally crazy. Okay. So you've got 1 and 3 left. Um,
okay.
next option, banana bread.
Oh my gosh, I actually really love banana bread, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I shout out to Nicole Kozlova from freshman year, she would make this, like, healthified banana bread recipe, and she gave it to me after she left, and I will make it for our team all the time. So
I
I'm
love
going number
it.
3.
Okay. I love that. Do you put chocolate chips in it or do you prefer straight banana bread? Do you like a mix?
I do, like, some cho like, I'll do chocolate chips, but then, like, some people don't like chocolate chips, so I'll, like, make 2. But I
Okay,
prefer, like, dark chocolate chips in
girl, you're speaking my language. I love
mine.
it. I think banana bread is so underrated and it's so
Right?
easy,
It
honestly.
is so
Like,
easy,
there's
especially
a
you
few,
got those ripe bananas, don't throw them away.
yeah,
Do
no.
not throw them away,
That's
yeah.
it's so bad. Like I buy bananas. I have a banana every day. That's just I don't know. I love bananas. And some people don't like them though, which I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I guess some people have a problem with the consistency. But
Yes.
sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I will overbuy or like I'll go away or whatever, and I'll come back and they'll be all right. But I'm like, all right, well, guess I just have to make banana bread.
Yeah.
Pull my arm.
This year, like, or a few months ago, I made, like, a cinnamon swirl banana bread
Allie,
where you did,
stop.
like, a layer of, like, cinnamon crunch or whatever, and it was so good. It was
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh.
Just like a different twist of banana bread, it was so
That
good.
sounds so good. We need to bake together.
Yes,
Like,
we
get rid
do.
of this whole idea we need to bake against each other. We need to
Yes.
bake together. Like, I don't even
Especially 'cause we live so close, like, heck
yeah,
yeah.
like, okay, we're getting on this. When
Okay,
you like
I'm
officially run
in.
the season and are not busy, busy girl, we are doing this.
We'll figure it out.
I
I
love
know.
it.
We'll do it, definitely.
Okay, so based on our conversation about cake, I feel like this is a good one for you to put
Oh
in
my
the
gosh, is vanilla number 1?
this yellow cake.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Put that as number 1.
I love it.
That's pretty good.
This is fire. Like you did such
I'm
a good
honestly kind
job.
of proud of myself, I'm not
You
gonna
did
lie.
such a good job.
The
So to
only thing that I
recap,
might switch is, like, the chocolate chip cookie and the yellow cake. That's the only
yeah.
thing I think I would switch.
Okay, so I'll run down for you. So we had yellow cake at 1, chocolate chip cookies at 2, banana bread at 3, chocolate cake at 4, a classic brownie at number 5, apple pie at 6, sugar cookies at 7, blueberry muffins at 8, pumpkin pie at 9, and lemon bars at 10.
I'm honestly, like, pretty proud of myself here.
You slayed. You
Yeah.
really did. That was
Thank
impressive. I was like,
you.
oh my God, this poor girl. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give her like the hardest game I've ever given anybody, and it's gonna like you killed that.
Thank you.
I love it.
I honestly like, I've never really done one of those before because 'cause I'm like, "I can't do this. I'm gonna have to change my answer."
Yeah.
had to go
No,
for it. So
I honestly, and I feel like I completely agree with you on most of it, to be honest with you. I am totally with you. Of chocolate cookies just always my number one in my heart. Like
yeah,
that's my
I feel
whole,
like if I had that one a little bit later, I probably would have put it at 1,
yep.
but because like, I do just love a chocolate chip
Yeah.
cookie, like, it's just so
We
good.
we
It's
are
just
one and the same girl. I just like I can't I feel like we are so similar. I feel like we say
yeah,
this all the time. Like
and I love
we're
obviously
the girls after we're with the we're our same heart, you know what I mean? Or whatever
yes,
that saying is. I don't even know if it's
100%.
right. But all right, Allie girl, well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope you had fun. Again, killed that game.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, girl. Good luck in your last week here, and I'm sure we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Of course.